This is the second in my video series of how does the guy who owns the company, who is the major stockholder, what does he want for this company as it is going through a transition period? As we are moving from the digital revolution to Web 3.0, and we are going to be impacted by artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, how does he want his business to move forward? How does Jeff want? Because after all, between he and McKinsey, his ex-wife, they are the largest stockholders. They control 13% of the stock, and what they want is what happens. And I believe that Jeff is smart enough to say, we're in this transition period, and I need to control the stock price so that I can make happen what I want to happen. What does Jeff want to happen?
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
I think we focus too much on what does the stock market think the value of a stock is and what is the future of that stock. And I think we need to look more directly at what does the owner of the company, the guy who controls the stock, controls the company. We know Jeff has openly said in the past that someday Amazon would be replaced, much as Kmart was replaced, as Sears Roebuck was replaced in the retail market. And now it's controlled by Amazon. But he has to know, because he experienced it in the digital revolution, that the world's going to change as a result of quantum computing, as a result of artificial intelligence and machine learning, and he has to protect what he has. After all, he's 58 years old. He's got a salary of $160 million a year. He owns 13% of the stock between he and his ex-wife, McKinsey. He has a net worth right now at the low price of the stock at $114 billion, and the high of the stock was 166, and it's currently selling at a 50% discount of $82 a share. So what does Jeff want? What does he say to Jeffries, his new CEO? What do we need to do in the future? Well, to stay up with artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, they need talent. They need talent. And as I said in my Facebook Meta video, there's probably 250 people who are graduating from college or have graduated from college or who are making themselves available that are going to change the world. 250 people. So if I'm Jeff, if I'm Mark, I have to have those people. That just makes sense, that if you are the tech giant, and we'll talk about Google in another video, if you're the tech giant, the most important thing to your survival right now is not your stock price. It is not the interest rates. It is not inflation. It is the acquisition of the talent that is going to take us into the new generation of computing. And that is just sitting down with a guy or a gal and say, explain quantum computing to me and how it's going to affect Amazon in the future. And if they can give the best answer, you have to hire them. Now, what is it that they want? Well, I went over this in the Meta video. They want ownership. They want to be a part of a team that changes the world. So if you can give them that, if you can say, look, sit down with this group of people and you evaluate, you tell me, is this the smartest guy in the room? Is this who you want to work with? If I can give you that atmosphere so that you can work with these smart people, and you can change the world, and I can make you a billionaire, is that what you want? And I think that's what the smartest guy, that's got what they're looking for. Let's be realistic. They're looking for the next Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak and Paul Allen. That's what they're looking for. And that is finding them is contingent upon their survival, or they will be replaced by somebody else. Will it be Google? Will it be some other retail firm? Will it be Walmart? Will Walmart replace Amazon? It is not contingent upon anything but those 250 best talents. Now, okay, if we agree on that, if we all agree on that, the future of these companies, these big tech companies, are contingent upon 250 people who are probably between the age of 18 and 25 right now, okay? And they want to build and change the world, and they want ownership, okay? So look at it from a point of view of stock price. If you can give them stock options, do they want it at $166 a share, or do they want it at $82? Or even better, would it be better if the stock price of Amazon was where I think it should be, at $25 a share? So they can get more shares for their $1 million bonus that Jeff's going to give them as a hiring bonus. That might be a little short. Hell, football players get $7 million. I think if you can give me the individual who is going to change the world relative to quantum computing, I think I want to give him a $10 million bonus, and I want to give it in stock options, and I want to give it with a strike price at $25 a share, and I want a vesting in 5 years. That's what I want. And in those 5 years, you'll take 7 of those 250 people and put them in a dormitory, make sure they have enough to eat and they get enough sleep, but they do nothing but make Amazon a better company for the next 3 years. And when they come out of that cocoon at the end of 3 years, they are billionaires because they have driven Amazon to the top and cemented in their place in the future. That's what I believe. If I were Jeff Bezos, and I'm not, but if I were Jeff Bezos, that would be my number one concern now. I would not give a damn about how many factories or how many distribution centers I've got to close this year, or how many people I got to lay off. I'm only interested in building that group of people that are going to make sure that Amazon stays relevant for the next decade. That is number one priority. And that can only be achieved through hiring the right people, giving them the right atmosphere, and giving them a price on the stock that can make them a billionaire. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit down, and again, Jeff is not the CEO now, but my CEO is going to sit down in February when we do our earnings statement, and I'm going to paint a dismal picture. It's going to be honest, it's going to be true, but I got to get that stock price down so that these young people can become billionaires. That's my take on it. And who am I? I'm just a 78-year-old businessman who's been running businesses for years and understanding the most important element of a business is the people you got working for you. And Jeff's 58 years old. He doesn't know. He is not current. And he knows that. But he knows there are some 18 to 25-year-olds who hold the destiny of his company in his hand. Right now, he's worth $114 billion. In 5 years, Jeff wants that to at least double. Maybe triple. There's only one way that's going to happen. Okay? That's my take on it. That's what we do at Best of Us Investors. That's what we talk about. We talk every Friday This Friday, I'll be on a Stock Talk, and that's what we'll discuss, is what are these CEOs and these founders of these companies, what's in the top of their mind right now? Survival. And they only can do that with the right people. And there's only 250 of them. And some of them are going to go to their mother-in-law's garage and create a company and try to replace Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Apple. That's it. You got to know that. And as an investor, you got to consider that in your equation. Now, do you want your Amazon stock to drop to $25 a share? Probably not. But is it in your best interest if it does? Yes. Unless you need that money in 2023. But if you don't, and you can give it 3 to 5 years, you want that stock price down as far as we can take it. It's happened before. Let me show you this chart. Let me show you. It's happened before, and then look and see what happens next. It only goes up because it is driven by the talent of the people and change. And we are at the cusp of the biggest change in the world ever has seen. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing. If you have yet to find OpenAI.com, go find it. Go find it and spend about 5 hours on it. I've spent about 10 hours on it, and I've just seen tomorrow. We'll talk about that another day.